myself and my party. Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद माननीय सदस्य। माननीय श्री एस निरंजन रेड्डी।
सर आज मैं मेरे डिवीजन पे ही हूँ।
आज आप
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू सर। Sir, I'm rising to support the bill. Sir, the first thing that I wanted to say is many times we focus on what is contained in the bill to see whether the bill is good or not. But I wanted to congratulate the Honorable Minister and the government for two very important things which are not a part of the bill. When the 2019 bill was contemplated, sir, they had two provisions. One was they wanted to also make a provision for registration of digital media. I have noted the concern expressed by one of my preceding speakers, honorable member, that also needs to be covered. But sir, as I understand, this is dealing with print media and publications. I'm sure the government may want to come up with a separate law for digital media, and it requires a separate law because that will have different challenges, that will have different issues that the government may have to deal with. So this is first of the issues which I'm very happy the government has left out of this legislation. So the second thing I'm very happy about is the fact that the government has dropped the proposal to have conditions prescribed for the purpose of issuing government advertisements and also for accreditation for the purpose of issuing advertisements. I think, sir, this was done, I would think, very advisedly, because the government possibly did not want to give an impression that they would want to control the media in any manner. So these are two things that go in furtherance of enabling freedom of press. So I wanted to start with congratulating the government on two things which are not a part of the bill. Sir, the bill facilitates, the Honorable Minister has already explained, so I would not want to say why I agree with all of the things that are said. There are two other things that I want to bring the Honorable Minister's attention and the government's attention and this August House attention to. There is one section, clause 12, which seeks to provide that a publisher of a periodical shall furnish the Press Registrar General an annual statement in respect of the periodical at such time and by giving such particulars as may be prescribed. So the rules will be made, sir, for the purpose of prescribing how the annual statement would have to be published. There is a little bit of a concern that this rule should not extend to requiring the publications to give more information than is necessary for the purpose of this act, so that there is larger freedom available. But I would request the government to consider one thing, because there's a large portion of paid news, sir, that is now becoming a common feature of press reporting. Whether the government would want to provide, when it is prescribing a form in future, with regard to the percentage of paid news or the amounts that are collected out of paid news, so that at any appropriate time in future, if the government wants to deal with and regulate this paid news, the government would have the database and the material available with it to make an appropriate. Sir, I repeat that this is not at the cost of press freedom. I'm saying this must be at the cost of paid news and fake news not coming in and polluting the real news. Sir, then I would also want to compliment the government that they have taken steps for ensuring that principles of natural justice are covered at every stage. And also when they constituted an appellate board, sir, they have ensured that there is an independence that is there in the appellate board. So it is very judicious in all aspects as I see. Sir, so I support the bill on behalf of my party and my Honorable Chief Minister Jagan Reddy ji, because it makes compliance easier, it makes online intimation instead of application, it decriminalizes, which is very important. One of the honorable members who preceded me said there is still a criminal provision in respect of only one aspect, but that, sir, is a default provision. After they are told to do something, when they fail in the first instance, even thereafter if they don't do, within some reasonable time given, then it provides for a deterrent punishment. This is, I think, sufficiently protective, sir. Sir, then my last suggestion would be that there is one clause 12 subclause 2, sir, which requires every publication to deposit a copy of the newspaper or publication with the state government and press registrar general. Sir, I would suggest the government could consider whether this could be deposited by way of an electronic form. instead of physically being delivered, because it's otherwise facilitating the ease of business. Sir, I thank you, sir, and I support the bill.
धन्यवाद साहब, बहुत बहुत आपको।